Watching 2007 back at it again. All right, so we're here with part two about this rough 29-year-old woman. And in the first part, just to get to it really quickly, Kendra already told her that she was surprised that she was 29, and apparently this lady has heard this before, because she was clear that the surprise was that she was so young that she looks older to people, and she was hit with some sadness off of that. And then she came and told us about a guy she's still smashing, even though she's on here looking for a man. So we were getting to a part where a surprise happened during the broadcast. We're going to start a little bit before that and come back to that part, and let's hear what she's talking about.
That's why I say you can't be a square, because if you soft and I get to talking my junk, you gonna run for the hills.
So she's admitting she's toxic as she makes this look to the left. Pay attention to her looking to the left right now. But she's admitted she's toxic, and she doesn't want men who are, quote, squares or soft. So she's really telling you off the rip, she wants a pookie. She wants a pookie, but then those are the type of men that she chooses to get with, who don't want to be in relationships with her. That was the whole thing about this guy that's smashing her. But Kendra asked, why won't you be in a relationship with him while you're on this show? She said, because he doesn't want to be in a relationship with me. These are the kind of men they pick, but then they go and blame all black men and talk about where the good men are. They're being squares and quote unquote soft because they won't accept your toxicity, because you go popping off at the mouth. Why should any man deal with that? It's not a man's job to, quote unquote, handle you. If you have to be handled, that means you're an animal. What we call the zookeeper for animals. Women should not need to be handled. You should be a feminine woman and not talk about somebody's being soft because they won't deal with your crap.
So you have to be strong.
Yeah, hold on, woman.
That's not strength. Being nasty or dealing with somebody's nastiness is not
strength. What happened?
Sorry, I had to open the door.
For who?
For my friend.
Your friend who? Who's in the room?
It's Kendra.
Who's that?
That's my friend.
The one you was just telling me about?
Yeah.
So the one you slept with last night?
Yeah.
You gonna sleep with him again tonight?
I don't know. Depends on how it go.
So what you doing on my show? I'm looking for.
She answered before when she was telling Kendra about it that, well, even though he doesn't want to be in a relationship with her, and asked her why she was on the show then, she was like, because it's good. Again, we've talked about this in other videos of mine, the hypersexuality of women who've been run through. They lack emotional connection and attachment. This is the problem with getting with many of these women. I think it was the last one time I brought this up was in, I'm not sure which video. Well, we won't try to find it right here. But it was the one about the therapist. But anyway, that they are not able to attach themselves emotionally the more men they've been with. Research studies have shown this. It keeps coming out again and again. The more men that they are with, the less they can attach to one man. So if you're going to be with a woman who's hypersexualized like this, who's been with a lot of men, who are used to a lot of sexual variety, it doesn't matter if you're good at bed, they're going to always want another guy because they are used to that. So this is a woman who's further damaging herself in ways to which she will never be capable of really being with a man anyway.
A friend. I said it in the beginning.
You just opened the door for him.
Somebody that I can talk to.
You can't talk to the one she can't talk to you? Right? Mm-hmm. All right, we can say that, right? Like educated guy. What else did you say? What other qualities?
The one who's spontaneous.
Well, let me ask you this. Let's just flip it real second.
Spontaneous for her is a guy who spontaneously busts shots out the window. She's talking about she wants a guy who's exciting, but he's not square and he's not soft, so she can pop off at him and he has to handle her acting a fool. She doesn't want a guy who's a decent guy who goes to work every day, pays bills. She said he didn't even have to have a job as long as he keeps the money coming in. That means a criminal. That means a scammer or a drug dealer or a robber. That's the only way you can not have a job and keep money coming in, because she's not getting any blue blood good guys with money being handed down, inheritance being handed down from their rich forefathers, right? So she's cool with the criminal, but these kind of guys are not guys who want to sit and have heart-to-heart, in-depth conversations with you and hear about your day and care about you. There are no sensitive thugs. That's a fantasy. That's a woman's fantasy. And women like this who have high neuroticism will accept, not just accept, they thrive off of any type of emotional revving they can get. Whether they get an emotional rise from a man showing them love, or they can get an emotional rise from a man cheating on them and them getting upset and being hurt about that. Either way, their emotions are getting revved up, and it's the same thing to them. So that's why they keep up all the fighting and bickering and going back and forth. And that's why you shouldn't bother arguing with women, because they're getting off on this. And this is a thing these type of women do, and it's no point. But let's continue to listen to what they're talking about.
If you was a female watching the show, and it was a guy that I was having a conversation with, and he said he had sex with a girl last night, and he might stop having sex with her one day, but they will always be friends. And then in the middle of the live, the girl came over to the house, and he said all that. Would you be interested in that guy?
It depends.
You know what?
I was in a relationship for almost 2 years with a married man.
And you're proud of that?
No.
This is the kind of female she is. She is proud of it. That's why she just said it. This is how she gets down. This is the kind of low down, dirty person. She's a sad person is what it is. She's a broken person, and she doesn't need to be on here looking for a man. The only man she needs to look for is a male therapist. She needs a therapist and a life coach, not a boyfriend.
But it happened.
But that's not something that you should be proud of. Dating a man that has his whole life.
I'm definitely not proud of it, but he wanted the relationship.
Well, you had to participate in it. Whether he wanted a relationship or not, you knew he was, according to what you're telling me, you knew he was married and you participated in it. That's not dope. That's
well, I didn't know he was married from the beginning.
Okay.
When we first started our relationship, it was just basically sex. And I didn't know he was married. But
so are you trying to be, I'm just trying to understand what you desire, because, I mean, the energy that you're going to get is the energy that you are. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as long as you okay with dating someone just like you, so be it. It's your life, girl.
But like I said, I'm loyal.
You're loyal. You stop.
I am loyal. I'm only dealing with him. Even though, like, there's guys here that want relationships with me, that know about him, but I don't want the relationship.
Let me say this. I understand how you're saying the word loyal. I do get that. And I don't know, maybe there is a man watching right now that thinks you're the apple of his eyes.
No man thinks that. Zero man, period. There's some men watching who think, oh man, this might be some good smashing. She looked like she'd do some nice things between the sheets. Ah, man, that'd be good for me to get her on the hook and have her as my little side piece thing while I go find me a real woman over here, and she can be upset about what I'm doing and whatever, as long as I can get it in. That's the only thing any man's thinking. She ain't the apple of nobody's eye.
It's still going to reach out to you knowing that
Needs to be the apple of a therapist's eye.
That the guy you slept with last night, you just opened the door for, and you probably will sleep with him again tonight. Maybe there's a man out there that might want to sign up for this. I don't think the man you describe is that kind of man. I don't think so, but I don't have a penis. I can't really answer that question. And
you can have your opinion.
I just think my suggestion is, depending on what you really want. I mean, I don't know what you really want, though. You said you want yourself. So.
He is upset.
Well, she's on my live looking for a new guy because she said that you don't know how to communicate. She likes having sex with you because it's good.
He gone.
He left?
Yeah, he left. He slammed the door and he just spit out.
You want to go chase him?
No. He don't want no relationship with me.
And she's surprised. Even the dude smashing it, it's like What he wants is for her to be his harem hoe. He wants his exclusive. He wants her exclusively for his sexual pleasure, to use her as a tool, and she's allowing this. This is the foolishness of her brokenness. And there's little chance of her being, she'd have to have such a moral internal transformation for there to be any chance of her ever being a woman that a man, a quality man could be with and actually have her as his woman. Otherwise, she's always going to be chasing what her high neuroticism desires, which is some kind of excitement, some kind of drama, and interest for multiple men.
He'll come back.
For the guy that's interested, give him your contact info.
Well, we ain't doing that. We're not trying to hear. We ain't trying to hear what her contact information is. We're not trying to help this out. We need to refer her to a psychotherapist. That's what she needs. She does not need a man. She does not need her information. Her Danny beat him down Kirkland, as I mentioned in the first video, is her username on Facebook, and I went to her page. That is actually her page name is beat him down, but she's soft and sweet and all these things. But she promotes herself as a woman who beats him down, and she's throwing herself around the men to have her stuff beat up by married men, and this is what you get. This is actually quite sad, but this is what modern woman feminism taken to its full extent looks like. She's living her best life, right? She is having indiscriminate sex. And here's the video I was talking about. I didn't mean to roll that up, but you can see the username there. Here's the video I was talking about earlier. Fire therapist still says men are dusty. I showed the article on there about the research article that demonstrates that particularly women who sleep with many men have a very hard time of ever staying with a man after they have been basically run through. Again, they're always going to be looking for that. They're going to be so used to that variety, they're never going to be able to go back to being with just one man. And in this video, this crazy chick who's a licensed therapist was talking about, nobody validated for you that it's okay to be a slut. It's not okay to be a slut. You're destroying yourself. This is their mentality. This is what these feminists are promoting, and the end result of what they're promoting is her. This sadness right here. This is the picture of this feminist ideology taking it to its all out furthest extent. All right, we're going to wrap this up. Hit me with a like and a subscribe, and I'll get back to you with another one after a while. At me in the comments in the meantime. Peace.